Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, I'm Budi. I have a story about the historical facts of the Indonesian country. Indonesia is the most globally influential country that most people in the world barely know about, home to more than 282 million people. The Republic of Indonesia is the fourth most populous country in the world and the largest Muslim majority country in the world. The territory of Indonesia spans more than 17,000 islands spread over 1.92 million kilometers, inhabited by more than 1,013 different ethnic groups. There are 6 recognized religions in Indonesia. The modern Republic of Indonesia has managed to unite such a large and diverse territory in the harmonious nation-state. What makes it even more remarkable is that Indonesia has its own origin, the principle of statehood that is still in use today, namely is Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, in the form of a state foundation science before the entry of Islam in Indonesia, precisely the time of the Majapahit Kingdom, a Hindu Buddhist kingdom that controlled the ocean and land called the archipelago. Majapahit is the largest and richest kingdom that emerged in pre-modern Indonesia on the island of Java. From ancient times to the present day, the island of Java has served as the heart of the nation. Java is the most densely populated island in the world, with a huge population of more than 700 million people. Most of Java's huge population are the descendants of ancient sailors who were around 3,000 years ago. It's not surprising that the kingdom of Java were able to achieve a level of power and prestige far greater than Roman Empire because of the wealth of natural resources that attract people from all over the world to come here so as to transfer and influence philosophical science, political principle, and religion, including Indians who brought Hinduism and Buddhism as their two main religions. The Majapahit Kingdom was founded by Raden Wijaya in 1293 Masehi. The founding of Majapahit began with the history of the expulsion of Mongol troops. Raden Wijaya founded a new kingdom in the Brantas River area. The village was named Majapahit, which came from the name of the bitter-tasting Maja fruit. In 1293, Raden Wijaya was crowned the first of king of Majapahit with the title Kartarajasa Jayawardhana. After his establishment, Raden Wijaya focused on consolidating power and strengthening the kingdom. He married 4 of Kartanagara's daughters to strengthen legitimacy and overcome threats from within and outside the kingdom. With the strong foundation built by Raden Wijaya, Majapahit then grew into a great kingdom under the rule of his successor, especially Hayam Wuruk and his patih is Gajah Mada. The expansion and glory of the Majapahit Kingdom reached its peak under Hayam Wuruk and his famous patih Gajah Mada. The following is detailed description of Majapahit expansion and glory. In 1036 Masehi, Gajah Mada took the Palapa oath when he was appointed Majapahit Amangkubumi of Majapahit. In 1036 Masehi, Gajah Mada took the Palapa oath when he was appointed Mahapatih Amangkubumi of Majapahit. In his oath, Gajah Mada promised not to enjoy the pleasure of the world or Palapa before successful uniting the archipelago under Majapahit rule. Gajah Mada began a series of military expeditions to conquer various kingdoms and regions in the archipelago. Some of the areas that were successful conquered were almost the entire archipelago, including Java, Sumatra, the Malay Peninsula, Kalimantan, Sulawesi, Nusa Tenggara, and parts of the Philippines. Hayam Wuruk was a wise king who cared about the welfare of these people. Under his reign, Majapahit experienced rapid development in politics, economy, and culture. Gajah Mada was an intelligent and authoritative Patih. Under his leadership, Majapahit administration and government become highly organized. Gajah Mada also managed to develop diplomatic relations with neighboring kingdom. Majapahit became the center of trade in Southeast Asia. Its strategic location made it a stopover for traders from China, India, Arabia. Products such as spice, gold, and textile were widely traded. Majapahit was also famous for its advance in art and literature. Literary works such as Kakawin-Nagara Kartagama and Pararaton reflects the glory Majapahit. The beautiful architecture of the temples and statues also evidence of the progress of art at that time. For example, the Majapahit kingdom various relics then can still be found today, including temples, inscription, literary works, and other cultural artifacts. Here are some important relics of the Majapahit kingdom: Panataran Temple, Sukoh Temple, Ceto Temple, Kudadu inscription, Kidung Sundayana, in Trawulan artifacts. Majapahit had a highly organized administrative system with the division of territory into provinces head by regions. The system allowed for more effective supervision and control over the territory. Strong and wise leadership of Hayam Wuruk and Gajah Mada of Majapahit Kingdom symbolize that brought a glory. The Majapahit Kingdom success in building glory in inseparable from the segment policies implemented by its leaders. The policies are known as Satguna Upaya, or the 6 noble efforts that leader must master. A leader who is friendly. The first is Sat Sidiwaseso, a leader who is friendly with his people. The second is Du Wigraha Wasesa, the leaders who are able to maintain good relation. The third is Wibawa Wasesa, authoritative and respect leader. A fourth is Unaya Wasesa, a competent and wise leader. The fifth is Gaya Raya Wasesa, a dedicated and responsible leader. Sixth is Sana Wasesa, a leader who is able to maintain balance. Majapahit had a strong and well-trained armed force, allowing them to expand and defend their territory from outside attack. And advanced economy and growing international trade provide sufficient resources to support government and military expansion. Majapahit is known as one of the largest and most influential kingdom in the history of Archipelago, leaving a culture and history legacy that is still remembered